Hmm. A whole dollar. What am I going to do with a whole dollar? I'm sure I'll find some. Hi, folks. Welcome. Welcome once again. Good to see everybody here. Come on in, take a seat. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to all you time travelers and history grunts. Last time we met, I was going over my books to see who owed me what for my teaching. And you've caught me again. I was going over the books. Now that the harvest is here, and it's well underway, more and more produce is going to market. More and more money is changing hands. Now, it's not a great deal of money changing hands. Not really. These are farmers, after all. But some of that money changes hands in this direction. So I'm happy about that. As a matter of fact, the Peters girls, Keziah and Nancy, they're in my class, and their father, Mr. Peters, owed me some money for some teaching, and he paid me. He paid me for 25 days worth of instruction to her two girls, which adds up to one whole dollar. This is the whole dollar right here. I'm hoping that someday I can get to Rocky Mount and find myself a decent hat. And with what I got paid last time, 40 cents, and this one, $1, I should be able to get a right good hat. Maybe have enough left over for some new socks. We'll find out. I'm a little confused, though, about this bill. It says $1 on it. Big red letters, 1. In the upper corners, 1. Presumably, it is worth $1. But it's from the Farmington Bank of Farmington. Where's Farmington? Is that Northampton County? Or maybe... well, let me see if I can make it out. As you can tell, it's quite a work of art. And somewhere in there, I'm hoping it will say where this bill originated. Give me just a moment, if you would. Oh, Farmington, yeah, where? Oh, there it is. Partially obscured by the red 1 in the center. This bill is... No, it doesn't really help to look on the back. It just says 1. And a very nice engraving of something, I don't know. And it says on here, New Hampshire. New Hampshire. What's New Hampshire money doing down here in Virginia? How did this get here? Well, I got it from Mr. Peters. He sold some, this is a guess, I'm speculating. He sold something to someone from New Hampshire who paid him with New Hampshire money. Seems a bit far to go, though, for what Mr. Peters grew or sold. New Hampshire. I now have to wonder, folks, is this bill any good here? I suppose it is. It is legal tender, to the best of my knowledge. Well, when I go to Rocky Mount, I suppose if I try to spend this, I'll find out. I also should, while I'm in Rocky Mount, set up a bank account. I need to save for my old age when I get there. Someday. Not today, no. This isn't the first bill that I've seen from out of state. It is, though, the first one that's come across my palm. This is going to bear some investigation, and If it turns out that the bill is no good, what am I supposed to do about it? Do I confront Mr. Peters? And how do I do that in a nice way so he doesn't get upset and perhaps cause my termination in one way or another? I don't know. I'll have to ponder it. In the meanwhile, it's $1 and it will go into my wallet, or it'll be used as a bookmark. Anyway, I'm still spending a fair amount of time away from the schoolhouse assisting with the harvest. It's tempting, since on certain days I have no one here to teach, it's tempting to take a nap, go over to the fireplace, start a fire, get comfortable, or not. Because as comforting as it may sound, that can be seen as something of a lazy streak in me. And around all these farm folks, you do not want to be known as the lazy man. That does not work here. They will not respect you as much as if you roll up your sleeves, get a little dirty, assist with the harvest. And besides, if you're assisting with the harvest, they will feed you. And that's always good. Yeah, well, doesn't do any good to ponder this. What else has been happening that I could relate to you? I'm trying to, as I said, get a ride to Rocky Mount. One of my parents, whose children I teach, Mr. Ray, he said sometime this month on a Saturday, because we have no school on Saturdays, he's going to go to Rocky Mount, and I'm going to ask him if I can ride along with him and maybe also his 2 boys. I would imagine his 2 boys would go with him to assist with whatever it is he's going to Rocky Mount to do with the wagon, which I'm guessing is probably sell off what he brings down to Rocky Mount and buy whatever he needs to take back home for the winter. The winter is coming. Perhaps the boys will get some shoes. They don't have shoes. Actually, several of my students don't have shoes. As long as the weather is warm, as long as it's comfortable, as long as they be careful where they step, they should be all right. When the winter gets here, it's pretty much essential that they have a pair of shoes to wear. I wear shoes every day because I'm not 16 anymore. And besides, it's so much more comfortable. At any rate, I thank you all for dropping in. Thank you for letting me share this little piece of good luck with you. I hope your day and your week are all going quite well. Nothing bad has happened. I hope I've earned a like and a subscription, or 2 or 3. It would be helpful. And next time we'll see what happens here at Dave Digs History. And until that happens, until our trails cross again, I remain your most humble and obedient servant, Dave Diggs, coming to you from quite a long time ago. Everybody take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.